Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hey Padre Podcast. Behold the new Santa hat. Thank you, Laura Orr, for getting it, although I still enjoy my old Santa hat and wear it a lot. This one I'm trying to keep smoke-free and grunge-free, although it too will eventually look old and worn. The other Santa hat that I wear is, I want to say, like 13 years old, and got it at the dollar store when I was in St. Louis at my assignment at Epiphany, and picked it up because I like the dark kind of crimson color that it was. It's not this bright red, it's a deeper shade of red, and I really liked that. It was different looking, but it's still a cheap hat. And I am reluctant to soak it in woolite, the white, for fear that it might disintegrate. And I'd rather have it fall apart gradually than fall apart all at once. Although sooner or later I'll have to let it go anyway. It will fall apart. It's not made to last. It's lasted a long time. But enough on Santa hats. Today is the transferred feast of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And what do we celebrate here as Catholics on this feast day? That Mary was conceived without sin by her parents, Joachim and Anne. She was given a singular and prevenient grace to not inherit original sin, which there's ample proof of original sin because we're all sinners. We're all wounded by it and trying to recover from it. The medicine has been given at baptism to wash it away, but that is more of a gradual, lifelong process of conversion. It begins there, and is only possible because of that. But today we celebrate Mary's singular reality. And that's something Catholics believe, and maybe some non-Catholics, I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. If you believe God can create from nothing, then you can believe he can do anything. And if God wants to preserve somebody from the reality of sin, he can do that. And he can do that in such a way that he does not compromise her free will, because that's the one thing God is not interested in doing, is compromising free will. God respects that, because again, as I said on an earlier podcast, free will is how creatures learn how to embrace divine love and to imitate divine love, to be channels of it, conduits of it. So Mary shares that singular prevenient grace. And I mentioned this morning at Mass. 4 people have come into the world in Christian belief free from original sin. Adam and Eve, who were created, and Mary and Jesus. Mary who was conceived, Jesus who was incarnated. And the success rate against sin is only 50%. That is how powerful sin is in our lives. And its power to deceive us and warp us and enslave us. Because that is what sin is always seeking to do, enslave us. Today also happens to be the feast day of St. Juan Diego, the simple Aztec peasant who received the visions from Our Lady of Guadalupe and the image on his cloak. Excuse me, man. I've had a lot of coffee. I've been up for hours, but maybe just being in front of this camera makes me yawn. Anyway, it's a great feast day. The 2 great images in Christendom is the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe and the Shroud of Turin. Both of those are miraculous images that purport to be from God and to lead us to devotion and to deepen our faith. And I believe in them, and I think they are amazing and extraordinary. And so today's feast day, we celebrate Mary's unique role in salvation history. Of course, in a few days, we'll be celebrating Guadalupe, which is kind of a continuation of that, even though it's a historical feast day and a historical title for Our Lady. So we look to Mary as, I believe the preface at Mass said, a model of holiness, an advocate for for you and I, and that's really what we do believe. Mary's desire is to lead us to Jesus. I've said this repeatedly, but we need to repeat it often for all those who think that Mary is worshipped. She is not. There might be some mistaken Catholics who talk in those terms, but they are mistaken. We love and honor the Blessed Mother and hold her in a singular view because of her unique role in salvation history. God bless. Happy Feast Day and Feast Day 1.